Alright my friends, welcome back. It is October 25th, 2022, and as long as the news keeps coming in, we're going to keep talking about it because Florida, for the third day in a row, is reporting earthquakes. That is right, we have made multiple videos now on tremors being reported by people on the ground explaining in detail what they are feeling, what is happening around them, and the experiences they are having. Now over here on Volcano Discovery, over the last 8 hours, we have had one reported earthquake. This person in particular saying, all moving on my house. I'm not quite sure how he worded that or why he worded it that way, but that is what he claims to have felt and said during this event. As we move into the past 24 hours, we have yet another report right here. We're going to check this one out. This one is very interesting. Me and my roommate felt it was in the bathroom on the tile floor, and it bounced me up and down. We're in a 2-story apartment complex. The building itself is an 8-plex, and it shook this whole place up and down. She claims there was a mini wave felt like being on a boat. I personally have lived in California, and that's exactly what earthquakes feel like. I remember laying down in bed once, feeling like I was dizzy, and I actually stood up, and it was an earthquake going on underneath my feet. This was in California, so I can completely understand and relate to what this person is saying here. Once again, the mini wave feeling like being on a boat. There are only 2 people outside. When I went outside, never felt the earthquake before, so I got out of the house. Now let's move on to the last 2 days where we have even more. Here's another reported earthquake. 1 day and 22 hours ago. This was actually multiple people reporting this quake. One claiming they were laying in bed and felt shaking. The second person says it felt like a thunder underneath me and I could hear the dishes in my kitchen sink rattling, and it lasted for about 7 or 8 seconds straight. Not only that, my friends, but on Volcano Discovery, you can come to each of these quakes and you can find the mark to where these exact earthquakes took place along a seismic sensor. So I am not making this up. I've had people in the comments telling me I'm crazy, that none of this is happening, but it absolutely is. Just because the USGS, which I have right here in front of you listed for 30 days all magnitudes, does not have a single earthquake for the state of Florida. That's in 30 days, but yet day after day after day, I've been posting videos of people on the ground feeling earthquakes, reporting earthquakes, and also these earthquakes being shown on seismographs on the website. So I do not know what's going on with the USGS. We've had plenty of theories about the swarm going on in Puerto Rico, possibly having an effect on Florida and causing these earthquakes. We talked about the October 10th earthquake that took place in the Gulf that could also be manipulating slowly what's going on in the state of Florida. And then, of course, the 2 very large earthquakes near Central America, one of them near a 7.1, could have followed along these fault lines and made its way up close enough to Cuba to where it could have then affected Florida. But nonetheless, these are real people making real reports. And finally, when I go to 7 days all magnitudes, you could see that these are all the earthquakes we have been talking about over the last 5 to 6 days. We've shown you reports of people saying it was the scariest things they've ever been through. We have reports of people's belongings falling off walls. All you have to do is go back in my videos and rewatch them. They are all getting high view numbers right now because people are coming in and leaving comments verifying that they have felt these themselves. And also the people that are critiquing me and telling me that I'm making this up, the data is right here in front of you. That's what makes no sense to me. People are not taking the time to look at this data for themselves, and they're saying just because they live in Florida and did not feel these earthquakes, that they did not happen. And that is simply just not true. Also, very quickly, I want to mention that there was a strong earthquake in the Philippines today, a 6.4, no tsunami warning threat with that, but we've been looking for a big earthquake in this area. If you remember back in July, there was a large 7.0 earthquake that caused landslides and all sorts of damage and loss of life. So anytime we get big earthquakes in the Philippines, it is a very dangerous situation. And I just wanted to point this out to you guys that did not know about this yet, that there was indeed a large earthquake in the Philippines today, not too long ago. Here is an article posted 24 hours ago, 2022, a 3.9 magnitude earthquake measured off Florida's east coast. In fact, we talked about that earthquake in one of the previous videos we've just made in the last couple days. In fact, if you look on Google, 2 of the videos that they have posted about the Florida earthquakes are videos I've made in the last 4 days. Here's one from 4 days ago. Here's the other from 2 days ago. So they are being recognized. And before I let you guys go, a little bit of history here. The largest earthquake to ever take place on Florida was measured at a 5.9 in 2006. So it is very possible to have earthquakes in Florida. They are just very rare, and a lot of them take place off the coast. The ones I'm talking about are happening on land with boots on the ground, actual human beings reporting them, feeling them, and claiming that these are not coming from the sky as if they were some sort of sonic booms. All right, my friends, once again, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I will not stop researching this situation. I want to know what's going on. I want some answers here. I highly doubt this is some sort of data malfunction, not to mention the swarms we are getting in South Carolina and now even moving up into Virginia and the entire eastern half of the United States as a whole. The uptick in earthquakes is getting very significant and very noticeable. So I will be doing more and more videos on that as well. Again, the South Carolina swarms and the Massachusetts swarm we just had, these things should not go unnoticed. All right, my friends, shout out to Canada. Appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all, and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.